Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by lush forests and sparkling lakes, there lived an ordinary boy named Marcus. Marcus wasn't the sort to sit around and daydream. He was more of a doer, a young lad who took action and made his own destiny. He had a heart as golden as the sun and a spirit as brave as the fiercest knight. His dream, however, was quite extraordinary. He aspired to marry a princess. This was no secret, for every time he swung his wooden sword at the straw dummies in his village square, he pretended to be fighting for her hand, and every time he picked a wildflower, he imagined placing it in her royal hair. Marcus was the son of a blacksmith, a man known throughout the realm for his unmatched craftsmanship. His mother, a wise woman who spun tales of valor and love, had instilled in him the belief that one's birthright need not define their future. Yet, the path to becoming a prince was not one that could be forged by hammer and anvil, nor spun from the threads of 1,000 stories. It was a journey that required a touch of fate, a sprinkle of magic, and a whole lot of courage. One fateful day, a royal decree arrived in the village, announcing a contest to find the most worthy suitor for the king's only daughter, the beautiful and kind-hearted Princess Alara. The challenge was simple. Whoever could best the king's 3 tests would win the princess's hand in marriage. Marcus, with a heart full of hope and a mind buzzing with excitement, decided to try his luck. He knew that this was his chance to turn his dream into a reality. The first test was a race across the treacherous Dragon's Back, a mountain ridge known for its fiery winds and precarious paths. Marcus, with his sturdy legs and unyielding resolve, sprinted ahead of the other contestants. His eyes remained fixed on the castle in the distance, a beacon of love and belonging that fueled his every step. As he neared the finish line, he heard a cry for help. A young girl was trapped in the jaws of a thorny bush, her precious pet dragon struggling to free her. Without a moment's hesitation, Marcus darted off the main path to assist. Together, they managed to escape the thorns, but at the cost of precious time. He arrived last, yet the king nodded in approval. The second test was a battle of wits. The contestants were to solve 3 riddles that had stumped even the most learned scholars. Marcus, who had spent countless hours listening to his mother's stories, knew that wisdom was often found in the simplest of places. He answered each riddle with the ease of a seasoned sage, and the courtroom erupted in amazement. Finally, the third test was a duel to the end. The king himself would challenge each suitor in a sword fight. Marcus, though skilled with his wooden blade, had never held a real sword, let alone faced a foe as skilled as the king. But he had learned from his father that true strength lay not in brute force but in precision and strategy. He picked up the sword lighter than a feather, and with a grace that belied his inexperience, he parried every blow thrown at him. The king, impressed by his agility and quick thinking, declared the match a draw. The night before the final decision, Marcus lay awake, his heart pounding in his chest. He had given it his all, but was it enough? As he tossed and turned, he heard a soft knock on his window. He looked outside and saw a figure in the moonlight, none other than Princess Alara herself. She had snuck out of the castle to meet him. With a smile that outshone the moon, she told him, "I've watched you from afar, Marcus. Your kindness, your valor, your wisdom, you possess all the qualities a true prince should have. Yet, I must admit, I fear for your safety. The final test is no ordinary duel. It is a battle against a creature of dark magic, conjured by a witch seeking to claim the throne for herself. The king wishes to use me as bait to lure her out, but I do not wish to see you harmed for my sake." Marcus took a deep breath. "Your Royal Highness, I did not come here to win your hand through trickery or deceit. I came here because I wish to protect you and your kingdom. If facing this creature is what it takes to prove my worth, then I shall do it willingly." The next morning, as the sun crested the horizon, Marcus stepped into the arena. The creature was a monstrous hulk, a twisted amalgamation of shadow and malice. But Marcus was not deterred. He recalled the tales of heroism his mother had shared, and with each swing of his sword, he chanted the words of the ancients, invoking the power of light and love. The creature roared in fury, but with a swift strike, Marcus shattered the illusion, revealing the witch cowering within. The witch, defeated and exposed, begged for mercy. Marcus, ever the embodiment of his mother's teachings, offered her a chance to redeem herself. She agreed to leave the kingdom forever and use her powers for good. The crowd erupted in cheers as Marcus emerged victorious, not just over the witch, but over fear itself. Princess Ilara looked on, her eyes shimmering with admiration. The king, too, was moved by the young blacksmith's bravery and compassion. He approached Marcus and said, "You have proven yourself a prince of the highest order, not by birth, but by deed and character. You have earned the right to marry my daughter, but more importantly, you have earned the right to be her equal. Will you accept this honor?" Marcus fell to one knee and took Ilara's hand. "With all my heart and soul, I will cherish and protect you, and together we shall rule justly and with kindness." And so it was that Marcus, the son of a blacksmith, became a prince. But more than that, he became the hero of his own story, the champion of his own destiny. His dream of marrying a princess had not just come true, he had become a prince in every sense of the word. The kingdom celebrated their union, and together, Marcus and Ilara ruled with a love that was as strong as the steel forged in the heart of the village where he was born. Their story became a legend, whispered to children at bedtime, not as a whimsical fairy tale, but as a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary things come from the most ordinary of beginnings, and that love and courage are the most powerful weapons of all.